In this episode, I drive from Ocean City to Assateague Island National Park, where I stayed a few days, after which I continued southbound with a little detour in the small town called Chesapeake in Virginia. After which, I again continued all southbound through Cape Charles and crossed the Chesapeake Bay using the Chesapeake Bay Bridge-Tunnel, and I arrived in Virginia Beach, where this episode will end. If you ever get a chance to visit Assateague National Park, you should make a point and do it. It's a fantastic place to visit, and one of the most wonderful aspects of this park are the wild ponies that roam the entire island. The origin of these ponies is unknown, but it is said without real evidence that they may be survivors of some shipwreck long ago. There is, however, evidence that the English planters pastured horses and other kind of livestock on the barrier island in the 1600s so as to avoid having to pay for fencing and taxes. And so these current ponies may be the descendants of those planters. As I travel, it is hard for me to make pre-arrangements. I was lucky to find a spot for a few consecutive days, and when I tried to extend my visit, all spots were taken, so I could only stay here for about 3 days. As I previously said, if you ever get a chance to go here, you definitely should put it on your bucket list. The town of Chesapeake in Virginia is a small town of about 230 residents by the Atlantic Ocean. When I arrived at the harbor, it was pretty empty. I'm not sure exactly why, but the entire town was pretty deserted. I didn't linger too long. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge-Tunnel is approximately 18 miles long bridge and tunnel combination that crosses the Chesapeake Bay between Cape Charles and Virginia Beach. The original construction was a two-way bridge and tunnel and was completed in 1964. It replaced a ferry system that operated in the same area for about 300 years. Before this project was built, there were discussions about building a bridge over the bay, but the Navy objected, thinking that if the bridge fell down for whatever reason, Norfolk Naval Station would be cut off from the Atlantic Ocean, so the idea of one bridge over the entire bay was scrapped. In 1995, decision was made to create dual lanes over the bridge portions of the crossing, and that project was finished in 1999. So currently, there are two lanes going southbound, two lanes going northbound on the bridges, and they merge together and become a one-and-one lane going through the two tunnels. There is a project underway to expand the tunnels, but that still is on the works. All right, it's time to do the time-honored tradition of moving the state patch from the in the waiting to the visited. So in the past couple of weeks, I went to, where did I go? Maryland. Where was it? Maryland, Delaware, Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, which I'm in right now. So we're going to move the patches. What is it? Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia. So Delaware comes over here, Maryland over here. I'm running out of space. And maybe I put this over here. No. And Virginia. And then I can move these things around, make more space. So I passed through Rhode Island, but I didn't camp there. Connecticut. I passed through Connecticut too, but I didn't camp there. Kansas, Vermont. I passed to New York as well, and I didn't camp there. Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. So there you have it. 3 more states were added. So I got only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 states left. One of them is Hawaii. That's going to be a tricky one. All right. I stayed in Virginia Beach for a few days, after which I continued on southbound and visited Wright Brothers National Memorial, which is the subject of my next video. Stay with me.